It's week 3 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Condors and the Cards, next on Madden NFL 24.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Condors of Virginia Beach taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for visiting Virginia Beach, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right?
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They've got his man complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mills. He's able to find Melton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. They'll run it for the first time with Damian Pierce. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mills. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now 3rd down and very long. Now Mills. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And Gay knocks this one through, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield. Throw left sideline falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. First down, Mills. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Mills to throw it. And incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Mills on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mills. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mills now. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
To throw, Mills. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mills. And that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Gay's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First down, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning three safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. On the ground with Bigsby to strike the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Arizona defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. He finds Wilson, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Mayfield now from the 50. And Wilson with it, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Give to Bigsby on the option. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Bigsby once more. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the gun, Mills. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Play action now, Mills. That is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Well, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mills to the air again. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Now third down and 7.
Mayfield to throw it. That is caught. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. Throwing. Mayfield.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. To throw, Mayfield. Caught, it's Wilson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The football going back over to Arizona now.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Mills on first down.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Mills again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing, Mills.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Mills. Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 7. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Delivers another one to Pierce.
And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mills. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Kenny Pickett, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, we take the long plane ride back to Florida to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Miles Sanders, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Second down, Mills. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Completes it again to Gage. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down. Play fake, Mills. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Mills now from the 50. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mills. This is taken in by McBride. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down throw for Mills. He's got Fuller. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. From the gun, here's Mills. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Mills now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. A first down throw for Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
Mayfield's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Mayfield on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just set up for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the shotgun, it's Mills.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start with the option.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
To throw, Mayfield.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
This 2nd and 4.
Mayfield off the play fake.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Palmer.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
We have played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
2nd down. Here's a run with Bigsby.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And his kick here is good. And that gets him back within 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mills throw complete to McBride.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mills to throw it. He's able to find Melton. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and a yard. On play action, Mills delivers on the crosser to McBride. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. On second down, here's Pierce. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mills. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First down, Mayfield. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On first and 10, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On second down, Mayfield again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, fourth down pass play doesn't work out. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. Play fake, Mills.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. A throw over the middle, taken in. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2nd and 9.
They go again with Pierce. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Cards, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, for Virginia Beach,
they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.